Everybody, Crash 800 and DrWiley here with our fearless leader, Lewis Castle.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for doing this, Lou.
My pleasure.
We're very excited to announce this is actually going to be the first of hopefully many InstantJam podcasts where we give you the latest information and news about InstantJam, new artists, new news, new features in the games, new and exciting things. And we thought the best way to kick that off would be that we're doing our big reveal this week at Gamescom, and so we thought we'd go right to the source with Lou Castle.
Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. So what?
Sorry about the voice.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, just to let everyone know, we've been. This is what, day 4?
Yeah, I've been pretty charged.
Well, yeah, that's the one. We have to figure out what day it is. That's what day it is.
Yeah.
And you've been meeting with some really exciting people all day long.
Yeah.
People that are really
all
excited.
week. It's been crazy. Yeah, it's been crazy. And I would like to say that my voice is shot because I've done so much talking, which I always do, and demos and everything. And that's partially true. But, confidential. It's a little bit of pub voice here. Been out a little late. Yeah.
Or in Germany.
Yeah.
When in Germany, do this.
You gotta drink a kush.
Exactly, kush. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Cool. So why don't just for those that are kind of first tuning in, those that maybe find the blog before they find the game, just kind of in a nutshell, what's InstantJam?
So InstantJam is a rhythm game that you can play on eventually or very soon. PCs, Macs, and even excuse me, we even have a Flash version that we'll be putting out for like a sample. Clearly, you want to do the PC or the Mac version, the full version.
Because it's not Flash; it's a full game.
Yeah, it's a full 3D game and it's free. So you're playing a console quality rhythm game with a guitar. It works with all the plastic guitars that have been out there forever. At least most of them. There's a couple that either won't give us the permission or just not possible to make them work with.
But most of the ones that most people.
Yeah, there's 20-something million guitars out there. Every time we find one we don't work with, which is rare now, we go and figure out why. And if it's a rights issue, then we have to ask for permission. Cool. So like the only one that I know for sure is like the Wii. This is the Wii remote that you stick it in. That uses proprietary communications. We see the Bluetooth, we could do it, but we want to be the right guys. So
great.
So it's a great game. It's 3D. It's very similar to other big guitar rhythm games without mentioning competitors. That's kosher. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. We love them. You love them. And now the difference is it's playable on PC or Mac where your music is. And so now you can play a rhythm game along with the music in your music library, which is just phenomenally cool.
That's great. And James, for those of you that have been wondering, those of you that watch the Instant Action podcast, we've been alluding that James has been hard at work.
This is what I've been working
on.
This
is you've ushered forth.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, between the both of you, I mean, what genres are we covering? We've got.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes, we are covering genres. And I'm not cagey. We are literally covering everything. I mean, we have ska, we have heavy metal, the rock, of course. Everybody's going to do the rock stuff, right? But we also have like hip hop, dance, techno. I mean, it's just all over the board. The game can be played with the guitars, of course, or with your keyboard. So actually, it's quite satisfying to play a lot of the synthesizer kind of things, and even DJing kind of songs, because when you're tapping on the keyboard, it actually feels really natural. Love to get around to supporting the decks and stuff and that stuff too, but for the time being, it's just keyboard and guitar.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, because we were up in the booth, and one of the songs that's really popular is it's an artist, Zaz. And I don't know what the song's called, but it's kind of a French jazz song. So I know that for me, I'm a big jazz guy.
Right.
So it's really exciting that we're finally you can do, all the kids that think they're cool because they can play Dragon Force. It's like, wait till you have to do it. John Coltrane solo.
Right.
And that's what that song specifically actually has a trumpet part, which you play along with. So.
Yeah, and so it's playing. It's almost like playing a synthesizer. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's interesting too because I think what I certainly underestimated. I know you guys were. The community is always the first to know. Is always the way because as a game designer, you're kind of full of a little bit of hubris, and so I was really underestimating a couple of things on this project that are really kind of interesting. And the first was just the value of a designer when making a quality note chart. Oh my God, it is night and day. We've hired bunches of people, and we've got tons of over 2,200, I think, right now, and it's climbing every week. It's going up like 30, 50 of note charts we've created. Each one of these note charts is designed to support the song. It's intended to be played with a particular song in the background. And it turns out actually that you don't have to have a song. You can actually play it without any music. So you can always pick another song. Sometimes it's kind of weird to mash them up. But the one that's going to be the best and most satisfying experience certainly is when you're playing the note chart along to the music that inspired that note chart by that designer. And honestly, we play the big games from EA, from Activision, these are great. It's because somebody's put a lot of time, and we've even hired some of the guys who did this. I can say that they did that Target on that game. We hired those guys to work on the tricks. So it's really cool because they're really high quality.
Just the caliber that you'd find.
Exactly. Now, currently, and this is important because people reading podcasts are going to jump on and find the best artists and get in there. Because we've had so many people making them and they're coming in, James and the QC quality control team have been going back through those. And whenever they find songs that either don't have all the difficulty levels or missing casual and normal, or maybe they didn't quite get it right, they actually modify them and get them right because yeah. So right now in our beta, because some people will be in the beta, there's some charts that have leaked to QC. As we keep rolling out the beta, pretty soon we'll be able to indicate which ones have a stamp of approval, which ones don't. So you don't judge us by stuff that we haven't had.
Which is great because with the other games, you're stuck with.
You're stuck with every game.
Right, and with
but that is pretty good. I mean, the stuff from the major guys, that's pretty darn good. Even their worst stuff is pretty good. It's not like the online ones where they do the automated stuff. That's just awful.
I tried one of those the other day.
God.
It was special.
Yeah. Friends don't let friends play games that are automatically generating charts. It's just not. I mean, it's about as annoying as listening to somebody painting with a pencil. It's really not.
So it's.
I'm not disparaging the game. You know who you are.
It's starting off in Facebook.
Yes. Just as a control.
Right, just as a control. Right. And it's a big network. It gets a lot of people exposed. But where can this game go? Where does this game go?
Right. So as everybody probably reading this actually knows, it's embeddable technology, so you can embed it anywhere on the web. And of course, since we make a game, it's going to be embeddable anywhere on the web. We say anywhere. There's some sites and some things that block iframes. And of course, if they block the way we deliver the game, there's not much we can do.
Sure. But most of the places people are going to be.
The vast majority of people put them in blogs, put them on websites, and paste them around. It's really, really cool. So that's actually really fun about this is you're going to be able to share the game the same way you might share a YouTube video, which is fantastic.
That is really cool.
And it uses Facebook Connect right now to do the communication stuff for the community or social network aspects of the game. And I want to emphasize, even though it's a rhythm game, it's a full-on social network game. You can challenge your friends and we send that performance over there so that you can actually see their score and ultimately we'll be able to show like a posting of what they're doing. So it feels like you're playing against the guy live, but you're actually playing against his best attempt.
Sure.
Right?
Cool.
And of course it feels live because they're seeing what they did. Those kinds of things are coming really, really soon, and we're going to keep adding stuff as we go through our beta program. So if you're saying, my God, I wish I had this, get on the blogs, tell us what you want. And certainly, we've probably already thought of it, it's probably somewhere in our chart, but the more we hear about things, we'll rethink our priorities and maybe move things forward, so please tell us what kind of features you'd like to see.
And the forums are open, by the way, if you're interested.
Oh yeah. And if you go to InstantAction.com, InstantAction.com, I don't think we have the InstantJam link, or maybe we do. It's very soon, within any days. So if you go to InstantJam.com, of course, you have all the information on the game, click on the video, it shows you the quality. Now, even though you can play on a browser, and up until the point you start to actually grind away, you're not going, okay, well, this kind of looks like a Facebook kind of game. And by the way, for those of you wondering, I'm a real big believer in very minimal clicks. So I'm only talking 2 clicks. Click, click. Once you're in, right? You're into the gameplay.
You don't have to give your blood type and your favorite
color.
Yeah.
You don't have to pick 57 things. You don't have to add so many chapter questions. You don't have to, watch them stick it out. At this point, we will eventually probably put ads if we keep the game free.
Right.
But right now, when I think it's beta, you guys are doing us a favor by going in there and telling us how it works. We're going to do you a favor. We're going to try as long as possible not to have to do that kind of stuff. And honestly, if it works just fine, we'll do minimal. Minimal amounts of ads. I know people don't like them. And if we do ads, we'll always let somebody turn them off. Always.
Great.
For some fee, there's always some price that's worth it. So we have to make money too, so sorry about that. But right now it's absolutely free, and it will always be absolutely free. I promise that. You'll be able to play through the entire game, get all the exposure and everything else. You may have to come back on over alternate days. You have to actually engage with the community, invite people, do things like that to earn.
If you're doing that,
if you're doing all that stuff, you're playing, you're having fun.
If you have more than one friend, you're not going to have any.
Not going to have any trouble at all.
So James,
there's been some miscommunication out there that we're somehow charging. That's not the case. You can play the game for free. The only thing you do is you have to earn your right to play by engaging in the game. If you're just going to sit there and grind away on stuff and not do the game, then sure, like any other thing you're going to run into.
I thought it's pretty painful. You finish the song and it's like challenge your friend.
Yeah.
They play the song.
Or
and
share it on your space.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Or go in and buy a song. Right? I mean, that's kind of a cool aspect too. Whenever we see anything that we've no charted that's on your system that you haven't bought yet, you can just click the Get button. And it shows Amazon.com and iTunes, and you click on one of them, and go right there. It points right to the page, one click.
And it's the same price as you would.
Exact same price, and it adds it to your music library, so you get the song. And then starting next week, it's not even right now. Starting next week, we're actually going to give you the earned credit equivalents if you have to buy earned credits. In excess of the cost of the song. So whether you consider the game free and then buy the music, or you bought the music in the game, you know, the game is paid for and the music's free. Either way, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because we've given you more value than you got before using the system we always do. And this is a really important point. 70% of that money goes to the music industry. It goes to the labels. It goes to the artists. So we're not taking a big ransom there. We're taking a very small piece, and that way we're helping to fund the creation of great songs.
And people are getting involved with the music and getting involved with their favorite artists.
They're sharing it, more people get involved. If I challenge you and you don't have the song, you have to buy a copy of the song.
Which is great.
People always ask, well, what if I acquire it? It's like, well, yeah, okay, fine. You can do that. Our technology is very good at recognizing that it is the performance, and we can't necessarily tell how you got it. We're not going to presume, right? But we do everything in our power to motivate them. We really implore people to be good citizens and pay for your intellectual property.
Well, and what's great too is that you mentioned other games, right?
Yeah.
When you buy a song on there, you can play it, but then you're stuck. And you would pay more than you would on iTunes.
Oh, yeah, like $2 or $3.
$2 or $3, and then all you can do is play it. And then if you want to listen on your iPod, you gotta go buy it again.
Yeah.
And with us, it's the same thing, right? So you can put it on your iPod, you can put it in your car, you can put it on a CD.
Exactly. You have the right to listen to that song on any device. That's the way the industry works.
Really cool.
Which is really cool. And also that means that we fully respect all the DRM rights and everything else like that. So we're not doing anything tricky or shady. We're not trying to get around. We're not trying to get around anything. Quite the opposite. We just want to be able to make a game from our talented designers, our cool designers, that creates a great experience that allows you to listen to music while you're playing, and the music enhances the experience. And we're going to our trade back to the industry is to motivate and help people to go out there and talk about the music, share the music, and have a great time interacting with them. We want to connect the fans to the creators of the game and the creators of the music as tightly as we possibly can. So that's what the game is all about.
That sounds fantastic. So, I mean, that's probably as much information you could ever hope to have. It's
tons of stuff.
Gorgeous. Yeah. It's lovely, and believe it or not, there's more coming. James, what's the best? Where can you go to stay in touch with InstantJam?
That would be blog.instantjam.com.
Yeah.
I'm so used to saying instant action, I almost. Yeah. blog.instantjam.com.
And the brand new Instant Action forums have an Instant Jam section.
And that's where you can post. If you find an issue with a chart that's up there, go ahead and post there.
Or if you want to
request songs, then that's the same place.
If you go to instantjam.com to the forums and blogs, they're right there.
It's all there.
And just to let you know, Lou, you already said, you kind of mentioned this, but like just to let you know, it's really any song. We're working with a guy today that he's Turkish. He's like, oh, I wish you guys said Turkish pop, and it's like, cool, you know, give us a couple of songs and we'll see what we can do. And he's like, really? It's like, yeah, so we'll probably have some Turkish pop.
Yeah. Nice.
We had some requests for some J-pop, some J-rock, some Russian music, some South African high life, all kinds of stuff. So, and hopefully we can get the podcast theme song in there.
We can do that, yeah.
So Lou, thank you so much. It's been, the reaction on the floor has been great. It's a lot of fun to play, and looking forward to meeting the whole community.
So, and I've been doing press and business stuff, and I tell you, nothing short of people's jaws dropping open. They're just, they can't believe. They watch us load a web page. It's like, sometimes it's like this, okay, because we're at a trade show, and the game comes up, it's just flying, it's been all streaming at 60 frames, like, wow.
Running in Facebook.
People are just not used to that kind of quality coming across. Even the games that are calling themselves the first real games in Facebook and stuff like that. Well, they're real games and they run in Facebook, but they're certainly not premium quality. You're not gonna go, are you playing an Xbox 360 or a Facebook game? It's like, yeah, well, it's pretty obvious. Honestly, the guys have done such a great job with InstantJam. You go to full screen, you cannot tell.
No, people have been asking us, they're like, is this on the PlayStation? Like, no, it's in Facebook. They're like, very funny. You're like, no, it's in Facebook.
No, like, not kidding.
Go over here, you can see the URL.
Yeah, cool. So, perfect. So InstantJam, it's your music, your game. the experience that you want, and you can get it right now on Facebook. You can go to InstantJam.com, like James said. You're probably watching this on the blog for InstantJam. Meet us in the forums. We're going to answer all your questions. We're dying to meet you if you're a member of our community. If you've come over from the Instant Action community, we're excited to have you, and we can't wait to hear more. So until next time, Carasso 800,
DrWiley,
and Cassie.
And we will see you guys at InstantJam.